Hey guys, it's Saturday and I'm home. So yeah, I'm not on call this Saturday, which is awesome. So yeah, I just been home chilling. So I washed my hair this morning and then I folded it, but I did some bigger folds than what I normally do because I plan to twist my hair this weekend. So yeah, this is just to get it nice and soft and manageable. Yeah guys, so I hope you're all having a good Saturday. By the way, life update. So, in my day in the life as a junior doctor in Grenada vlog, I would have told you guys that that I was in surgery for the past year, right? Right. So within this week on Wednesday, I moved to a new department. It's called ophthalmology, right? Which is basically the care of the eye, right? So I've been seeing all the eye patients, and I actually love it a lot. So in my rotations, clinical rotations, I did not have an ophthalmology rotation, but during medical school, when I was learning the science subjects, in medical school, I was always interested in the physiology of the eye and also the anatomy of the eye. But I actually never got a chance to, rotate through the eye department. But an opportunity came up in the ophthalmology department in a hospital. They wanted a house officer there, and I agreed to go there, and I've been loving it so far. It's so amazing, it's so interesting. You see a lot of pathologies and you can treat it and diagnose it right there in the office. It's so awesome. They also do surgeries, right, which is cool as well. And yeah, the examination using the ophthalmoscope is everything, and the slit lamp, everything is, I love it a lot. So I know I told you guys that I wanted to do endocrinology, but now I'm actually considering ophthalmology because in addition to how interesting it is, it's also a good lifestyle. Right? You're not too overworked, you're not too stressed out. You can enjoy life and enjoy being a doctor as well. So yeah, I think I'm interested in that field and I might actually consider it. So yeah guys, so I can tell you guys a little bit about my medical school experience as well. So yeah, basically, well, the last video I did, I told you guys up to getting into pre-med, right? So after I did the 1 year pre-med, I rolled over automatically into med school, right? So med school in SGU is divided into 4 years, right? So you do 2 years of what they call basic sciences, right? And then you do 2 years of clinical rotations, right? So the 2 years of basic sciences, you do it here on the island in Grenada. And the 2 years of clinical rotations, you get to choose where you want to do it. So you can do it in either the US, you can do it in the UK, and you can also do some rotations in Grenada as well, if you would like. So yeah, my overall experience was good. We had very good lecturers. Our group sessions, small group sessions, were also very effective and they were very well planned out. In term 1, what we did, well, now the whole syllabus, everything is different. But when I did med school, so I started med school in 2014, right? And I graduated in 2018. So when I was in term 1, in 2014 we did anatomy. In term 1 we did biochemistry and we did histology, right? The most interesting course then was anatomy because we had anatomy lab where we got to dissect the human body and look at all the structures on cadavers. So that was people that would have donated their body to medicine, right? So anatomy was very interesting. But I personally liked biochemistry, right? Biochemistry, well, I like to call biochemistry the science of the liver because mostly everything in biochemistry is about the liver and metabolism and how it functions and all the reactions that go on there. So it's a lot, but it's also very interesting. So I really loved biochemistry and I actually did like histology as well. Histology wasn't bad as well. Then in term 2, let me see if I can remember what we did in term 2. We did physio, right? So I love physiology. So physiology is basically understanding how the body functions, right? And I love physio, because physio is not about, oh, you sitting down and cram everything and learning like facts. Physio is about you understanding concepts, right? And I like to understand what I'm studying, because I'm not very good at remembering detail, but I'm good at understanding concepts, right? And once you understand a concept, you remember the information better. Actually, so we did physio, which is actually my favorite subject. I think we did neuroscience as well. We did immunology, and we did a little bit of like epidemiology kind of courses as well, I think. Yeah, and then term 3 was the whole bioethics. We did a little bit of psychiatry. And yeah, term 3 is kind of a blur to me, so I don't really remember it that well. And then term 4, we did, so term 3 and term 4 are combined, right? So it's just a long term, it's combined. You don't get a break between term 3 and term 4, but term 3 is just, I think, a couple of weeks or something like that. It's not anything too long, and then you go into term 4. And then term 4 we did pathology, right, which was actually the hardest subject for me in medical school. That's where we learn about all the diseases of the body, and so it's a lot of remembering facts, right? I remember I said I'm not very good at remembering all the facts, so yeah, so we did pathology, right? It's a very important topic though, because that's when you're learning about all the different diseases and so, but at the same time, you have to remember a lot of facts, and I wasn't that good at remembering that. So pathology was a challenge for me. In term 4, what else did we do? We did microbiology. Yeah, microbiology is actually very interesting. I liked micro. Is cool. It's a lot to remember as well, but it's very interesting. So I liked micro. I enjoyed micro. We also had a few small groups in micro, which were interesting as well. And then yeah, I can't remember what else we did. Oh, I think we did some small group courses as well in term 4. So we did history and physical examinations and so. Hi Ruby. Hi Brady and Ruby. Yes. Yeah, so we did some courses where we learned basically how to examine patients, how to interview patients, and how to diagnose patients, and so we did that in term 4 as well. And then in term 5 we did pathophysiology, which is a mixture of both learning about the diseases and learning how the diseases affect the body basically. So that's pathophysio. And then we did pharmacology, which I like. Pharmacology is very interesting as well. So that's when we learn all our drugs basically, so we know what to give you out to treat different diseases. So yeah, that was pharmacology. And then we also had the same small group courses and so as well. Throughout all the terms we had small group courses, right? And then after, so that's basically the end of basic sciences. And then after basic sciences, we get to do our clinical rotation. So like I said in the beginning, you can choose to go to either the US or the UK, right? So if you go into the UK, you go straight into it the next year. So you finish term 5 in December, you start rotations in January in the UK, I think. But if you decide to go to the US, like I did, you have to do your step 1 USMLE exam first. So then you need time now to study for that exam. So I think they give you a couple months, and you have to do step 1. I think it's by sometime in April or March. I can't remember the exact months, but I had roughly around 3 months to study for step 1, and then I traveled to Texas because I had family there, and I did step 1 USMLE, and I passed. And then I started my clinical rotations at the Brooklyn Hospital Center. So now for clinical rotations now, that's 3rd year now. When you start clinical rotations, you're in your 3rd year of medical school. You have to do 6 core rotations, right? So I started off in family medicine, which I enjoyed. Family medicine is good. You basically see everybody. You see children, you see middle-aged people, and you see older people as well. And yeah, it's basically just like general medicine, like treating general conditions kind of thing. So yeah, we did family medicine. After family medicine, I moved on to surgery. So yeah, we all know I don't like surgery, so yeah, I won't talk more on that. And then after surgery, I think I did obstetrics and gynecology, which I don't really like obstetrics and gynecology that much either. And then after obstetrics, I did internal medicine, right? So internal medicine is nice, right? So the majority of what you learn in basic sciences is actually internal medicine. So it's basically just general medicine, right? So we did that, internal medicine, and then you do pediatrics. I enjoyed pediatrics was nice. And then you also do psychiatry. So psychiatry was okay. So psychiatry is the only rotation I did outside of the hospital I was at. So I was at the Brooklyn Hospital Center for all of my rotations, for all of my third year rotations and all of my fourth year rotations. The only rotation I did outside of that hospital was psychiatry, and I did that in Manhattan Psychiatric Center, which is actually on a separate island, Randall's Island. So yeah, I did that. Yeah, so my third year experience, it was okay. I mean, I was getting used to, being in a new country. That was my first time being to the States. I was adjusting to being in the States and adjusting to the cold weather and so yeah, it was a bit hard for me, but I had a lot of support from my family, especially my cousin. I actually lived with my cousin for the entire 2 years that I was in New York, and he was extremely supportive. He was very, very, very supportive of me, and if it wasn't for him, I would have never made it through medical school. So I'm very grateful to him. He let me live with him. He made me feel very comfortable. He treated me very nicely, and he was there for me through it all. So yeah, it's because of him I was able to make it through med school. So yeah, and then after third year of medical school, I did fourth year. So in fourth year, there are some rotations that you have to do. So again, you have to do a internal medicine, what they call a sub internship. So I did that. I think now they require you to do a little bit of family medicine as well in fourth year. I did that as well, and then you have to do a internal medicine specialty. So most of what I did actually were medical specialties. So I did cardiology, I did radiology, and then I also did emergency medicine in fourth year. Emergency medicine was awesome. So that's where I learned how to put in my IV lines. I learned how to draw blood better. I got introduction to suturing, and yeah, my emergency medicine rotation was awesome at the Brooklyn Hospital Center. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was the first time I actually participated in resuscitating a patient, and yeah, it was an overall amazing experience at the Brooklyn Hospital Center Emergency Medicine Department. It was very good. What else did I do in fourth year? I did hematology and oncology, yes, because initially I was interested in oncology. So yes, I did hematology and oncology, which was also very interesting for me. I enjoyed that very much. It was a very good rotation. What else did I do? I also did a pediatric rotation, but I was in the neonatology department, so that's with like the preterm babies and so yeah, I did NICU, which is the neonatal ICU. So yeah, I did that rotation as well in fourth year, and yeah, I think that was it. I can't remember any other rotation that I did in fourth year. So overall, my medical school experience, it was a very good one. I enjoyed learning medicine. I enjoyed my clinical rotations. I mean, of course, I had my struggles. I had my times when I felt stressed and I felt overwhelmed. There were times I questioned myself. I wondered if I could really do this, if I could really make it through. Some of the exams were very difficult. Some of the exams, especially our shelf exams, which we do after each core rotation in third year, some of them were difficult, and I didn't do as well as I wanted to do in some of them, and I kind of questioned myself, but overall, it was a very good experience. SGU gave us a very, very, very good experience. So I'm very grateful that I got a scholarship to go to SGU, and the opportunity to go to SGU. I'm so blessed to have gotten that opportunity. I'm very grateful to it. I'm grateful to the government of Grenada for giving me this scholarship so that I can pursue a medical degree. SGU is actually the top Caribbean school, top Caribbean medical school. So yeah, I was very, very, very grateful for the opportunity to go to SGU and to get my Doctor of Medicine degree. It was a very, very, very good experience. And if anybody's out there and they want to go to medical school and they thinking, oh, they can't go because either they think they don't have the finances, or they probably might think that they're not smart enough. I'm telling you, I did not have the finances either. My family supported me as much as they could, but it was also difficult for me, but I was able to get a scholarship. So if you put your all into your work in college and undergrad and all of that, and you get good grades, you can get a scholarship to go to medical school. So make sure you do well in school if you want to go into medicine, right? Try your best to get good grades. And also, in terms of feeling that like you're not smart enough, and so like I don't consider myself like so much of a smart person. I'm just determined and I'm dedicated and I work hard and I study hard, and I study smart, and sometimes it's just about sitting down and reading and trying to understand what you're reading. And I mean, if you don't understand, you have friends that probably understand, that could explain stuff to you. You have teachers that could explain stuff to you. So never feel like, oh, you're not smart enough. You could do it. So yeah, anybody out there who wants to go into medicine, like, go for it. Don't be scared. Don't let anything hold you back. If that is your true passion and that is what you want to do, go for it. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy your Saturday. Bye.